Development of public infrastructure, be it for transport or energy, is at the base of Kenya's development roadmap, the Kenya Vision 2030 blueprint. Construction of transport infrastructure has particularly stood out over the last 2 years as a major public spending item. So much so that under the 2015-2016 budget, the amount of money that was set aside towards development of transport infrastructure stood at 272.5 billion shillings, more than a tenth of the overall budget. Out of that amount, 118 billion shillings was allocated towards the standard gauge railway project, Kenya's single largest infrastructure project. The government's goal is to build a standard gauge railway from Mombasa to Malaba with a branch line to Kisumu. This with the aim of increasing the amount of cargo ferried by rail from the current 5% to at least 50% by 2017. According to the State Department of Infrastructure, 55% of the SGR project has been completed since its commencement slightly over a year ago, according to the project's contractor, the China Road and Bridge Corporation. The actual laying of the railway track between Mombasa and Nairobi is scheduled to begin this month. Construction of roads has also been high on the infrastructure agenda. From the outset, the government was keen on more than doubling the country's paved road network from 11,000 kilometers to 24,000 kilometers in 5 years. The centerpiece of the government's 5-year road construction master plan is a project to build 10,000 kilometers of paved roads across the country. According to a statement by the Principal Secretary for Infrastructure, Engineer John Mosonik, contracts for the construction of the first 1,700 kilometers are set to be awarded soon. Mosonik says the rest of the ongoing road projects, estimated to be worth 310 billion shillings, are expected to be completed within the next 2 to 3 years. Such road projects include the Nairobi Southern Bypass, the first phase of the Mombasa Southern Bypass, also known as the Dongo-Kundu Bypass, the Kenya-Ethiopia Transport Corridor, and the Kenya-Sudan Link Highway. Development of sea transport infrastructure has also been a priority area, bearing in mind that Kenya is a de facto gateway into Eastern Africa. The modernization of the Mombasa port and the construction of Kenya's second port in Lamu have been high on the country's to-do list with regards to improvement of sea transport links into Kenya. So far, the modernization of the Mombasa port has seen the government embark on the construction of a second container terminal capable of handling 1.2 million containers every year. On Lamu Port, a contractor is already on site to begin the construction of the first 3 berths of the port, which is part of the multi-billion shillings Lamu Port South Sudan Ethiopia Transport Corridor project, LAPSET. On the air transport front, the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is currently being expanded and modernized to meet the anticipated growth in passenger numbers entering or traveling through Nairobi. It is against that backdrop that a new terminal was opened in May with a capacity to handle 2.5 million passengers annually. This is in turn expected to expand JKIA's passenger handling capacity to 7.5 million passengers every year. These are but some of the flagship projects that are expected to enable Kenya's economy to leap forward into the status of a newly industrialized economy. While the implementation of a number of these projects could stretch past 2017, it is envisaged that Kenyans should begin to see the impact of the growing spending on infrastructure in the next 2 years. Stephen Kimani, Sunday Live.